Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Handbook. Now today we are back in our lovely world, and I've done a few improvements to the village off camera. Obviously last episode we worked on the honey farm down in the basement. I still haven't completed the village. Obviously I've added some like little buttons to kind of make it look like there's pebbles scattered around. I haven't done the whole village, and as you can see, yeah, I haven't sorted out the church as of yet still. That still needs to be remade following our crash that made us lose everything that was built. However, today we are going on a search. If I check my inventory real quick, you can see I've got a saddle and diamond horse armor, because the aim of this episode is to find a horse. So obviously now that we've got Elytra, it's not going to be used for kind of long distance travel. I think I just saw a beehive which I'm actually gonna land to try and collect. Yeah, there we go. There we go, awesome. I didn't really mean to grab that. We are playing in 20W16A. Obviously yesterday I was playing in 20W15A. That was obviously released over the night, the update, hence why I just got the new achievement for something I've already done. There's a little bit annoying that they reset your achievements every time, but I'm sure with time that'll be something that gets fixed. Now, we're up here. I can't see any horses straight away. My thoughts are that a horse is most likely going to be in a plains biome. Might be wrong on that one, but it seems the most likely because it's where all the animals tend to spawn. Maybe if we go airborne real quick again, we'll get a better view. Maybe in this more open bit they might have more chance of spawning, or at least they'll be more visible. We're getting tons of like sheep and pigs and chickens everywhere, but no horses as of yet. Now, there are some interesting things about horses which I will be discussing. We found some mules. Actually, they're not quite as good as horses, but they are kind of interesting. Obviously, in order to tame them, you just try and ride them. You wait until they don't like buckaroo you off the back. Come on, love me. Nope. Oh, we're not going to be able to get on this one, are we? Come on. No. One last time. Well, this is so rude. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, you can put like a saddle on a donkey, and it's kind of cool. But they're not really too useful, as you can't put any armor on them. And I mean, let's put a saddle on them. They're not particularly, like, I think horses are slightly quicker. That was a fairly quick donkey though. So yeah, I'm gonna keep looking out for horses, and then I'll probably cut back. So in actual fact, I was attracted by the fact I saw an ocean monument over here, which I thought was pretty cool, so I decided to land and take a look at it, just kind of scout it out, as obviously that's something I could work on in the future. But as I turn around, yeah, there was a horse in the background. That was pretty cool. So obviously I'm going to keep right clicking on it to try and ride on it. Eventually it will let me, hopefully. Come on. Yeah, so I realised my mistake there. I was trying to right click on it with my sword in hand. Now, let's touch a saddle. How fast are you? I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not, I don't feel like this is that fast. While you're jumping. Oh, your jumping's quite good. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is when you have horses and donkeys and bits like that, but mainly obviously when you're working with horses, as they tend to be the best one, they have different like randomized traits for speed and jumping ability. Obviously the better breeds will have things like high jumping as well as extremely fast speed, and you know, obviously this horse is quite good at jumping. It doesn't seem like it's the fastest I've seen, and obviously it is also, they'll have varying hearts. It's fairly strong, I'd say. I mean, I think I've seen stronger horses that have more hearts than this, but it's decent for a starting place. So I might use this to run around for a bit. I'll see if I can find any more horses to compare it to, and then, you know, depending on what happens, we'll end up with either this horse or another horse being transported back to the base. The only thing I would say about this, obviously, if you can't already tell, it's extremely frustrating when you're going through like a woodland area that's not trimmed back, you know, because you just end up bumping into everything. That right there is a mule. Okay, right, I'll see you guys in a sec. Guys, I did just try and record a clip, but for some reason my microphone decided to unplug itself. So, what just happened was I grabbed a horse, I brought them back over here, and in actual fact I named them. One was called Jeff, the other was called Jaffa Cake. So yeah, here we go. We've got the two horses, and they obviously have different kind of speeds. If I go on Jaffa Cake, as you can see, it's fairly fast, but it only has only has 11 hearts. If I go on Jeff, it has 12, but it's not quite as fast. It's slightly slow, if you might be able to notice. There's not too much difference. Obviously the jump on this is incredible. On Jaffa Cake, however, I'm not sure it's quite as high. I think it's fairly similar, but very slightly shorter. And this is all due down to you know, different stats that the horses generate with. So you know, they can go between 15 and 30 hearts. They can go between 15 and 30 health points, which obviously equates to 7.5 to 15 hearts maximum. Obviously, as I say, Jeff has 12, and then Jaffa Cake has 11. Speed wise, they can go between a speed of 0.1125 and 0.3375, I believe. Obviously the player walks at 0.1, and so as you can tell, you know, there can be quite a speed up. You know, it's almost almost 4 times the speed if you get a maximum speed horse of actual walking. So nothing compared to Elytra, but for early game, and also for just traversing the land in a more relaxed fashion, it's a lot faster than by foot. I can tell you that now. And then jumping, it goes on a scale between 0.4 and 1. Obviously, I think 0.4 goes to 1 and 9/16 or something like that. And then if you get the 1.0 rating, that goes between 5. Sorry, it goes up to 5. Quote me on those ones, but those are roughly the right kind of block sizes, and so there's a vast difference. Hence why I've kind of chosen these two horses. They're both fairly good at jumping, but I think Jeff over here has the much higher jumping rate. Obviously, Jaffa Cake's slightly faster, and both of them have fairly decent health. So my plan is to breed them together. However, obviously I've got apples. I couldn't get there are things that you can use to breed them. So you get apples, golden apples, and wheat. Now obviously I couldn't get anything to breed if they were untamed with wheat. Luckily these are tamed, so I could have used wheat, but I want to use apples, as that would be what the majority of you are using, as it's kind of the universal food for horses. As I say, you can use golden apples, although it's kind of a waste, I guess, unless you want to splash out the gold for no reason. But yeah, I want to feed these. Unfortunately, apparently they cannot be fed unless they need things like their hearts to regenerate, which means that we've got to do the cruel thing of hitting our own horses. So I'm going to hit them both twice, and then hopefully I can feed them. And do they go into love mode? No? Well, that's kind of rude. You guys didn't want to eat a second ago, and now I've hit you and tried to feed you. You don't want to... Well, on the bright side, they have restored their health. I'm going to play around and try and get them to breed. I don't know if I have to take their mounts off in order to get them to breed. But yeah, I'm gonna play around and I'll be back to show you guys in a sec. And so one of the things I learned when I looked at the wiki is I was completely stupid. You're supposed to use golden apples to make them want to breed. How do I do this? There we go. One, and then come on, there we go. And hey, here we go. We've got a tiny little horse. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna call that. I'm not sure I'm gonna go with the along the lines of the J names either. You know, it's slightly different. Obviously, you know, I've got to wait for this guy to fully grow. I wonder if I can feed wheat to him to make him grow. Yes, I can. Awesome. So what this means is I can grab myself a whole bunch of wheat from downstairs in the basement, and then we can rename a name tag for him, and then we can see if we can force him to grow up a little bit faster. Obviously I don't have tons and tons of wheat, but I do have a fair amount. Right, let's just jump, and then where's it going to be, like here? Potatoes, pumpkins, kelp. I really need to learn my own storage system. Here we go, wheat. Yeah, let's take it from both parts. That should be more than enough actually. Let's just shove one back in, as I don't think we'll need 3 stacks. But it's always nice to have a fair amount. I'm getting so used to using fireworks in that system. It's way too long. But I mean, I guess it is effective, and it does allow us to have a ridiculous amount of storage space. Now let's rename the name tag. I'm not entirely sure what to call this one. Let's call this one John. Joan. Okay, I didn't mean to add the E, but yeah, it would be Joan or John with an E. Just your average name for your horse. Where am I going? I don't want to go down there. Right, let's quickly hop inside of here and give that name to the horse, and we can start spamming it with wheat, and hopefully it will grow up kind of fast. As you can see, it kind of gets a bit chunky. Doesn't get terribly big, and then it just pops up, and that looks like it should be fully sized. Right, there we go. Let's hop on top of Jeff, and we're still can I not? Oh, I've got to have an open hand, haven't I? There we go, and instantly we're on top. So this one's got 11 hearts. It seems kind of fast. That is very fast actually. I would say that's very good. That's disappointing though. I'm not sure that jumping is quite as high. So it's slightly lower jumping, but definitely much faster. I think for the moment I will probably stick with Jaffa Cakes. Jiff and Joan rather, they're not so useful to me. But of course, you know, that's gonna kind of wrap it up for this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you may have learned something about horses. I definitely did with the golden apples. You know, using those instead of regular apples. You know, I'm guessing some of you didn't know the exact statistics for things like the speed and the exact heart ranges that they can have. So yeah, hopefully that was useful, and I will see you in the next episode, guys. Bye.